Hi everyone, thank you for joining me as I talk a little bit about how to start a backyard compost pile or bin. I'm excited to talk a little bit about this today because it can really add something wonderful to your yard, a chance to turn trash into treasure. Environmental gardening can be the ultimate thrifty endeavor. Why buy fertilizer when you can make your own with things you already have on hand? Composting allows you to recycle nutrients that would otherwise go to waste by creating an environment where they can break down into a rich soil that you can put right on your garden. The first step is to pick a place for your compost pile. If you have the space in your yard, you can frame off a spot for an open air pile, making sure you have the room to turn the pile throughout the season. If you're short on space like I am, you can also get an elevated compost bin or tumbler. You won't wind up with as much compost, but most tumblers can be spun to make sure your compost is breaking down evenly. Once you have your spot or your bin, it's time to start your pile. This is where the science gets really interesting. You want to make sure that you have a good ratio of green or nitrogen-rich material to brown or carbon-rich material. I like to have a good 1/3 green to 2/3 brown pile, but a good rule of thumb is just to make sure that you always have more brown than green. So what does that mean? Long story short, brown material is dry and high in carbon, while green material is moisture rich and high in nitrogen. A few examples of brown material would be wood chips, dried leaves, coffee grounds, pine needles, and even finely shredded brown paper bags. A good example of green material would be lawn clippings, weeds from the garden, and food scraps. No meat or cheese, but eggshells make a wonderful addition. As long as you have the ratios right, your compost should just smell like soil. If you're noticing a smell, your ratio might be a bit off. Try adding a little bit more brown material and turning your pile. Other than that, with a little heat and moisture, your compost will take care of itself. Composting at home is a wonderful way to create your own organic fertilizer. And once you get started, it's a fairly simple process.